Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Breath of Adventure. It is first thing Saturday morning here in Southern Ontario, and welcome to the series, A Bush Pig in a Straw House. Well, we're in the car with the dog with a bunch of parts, and I don't know if you can see, but the trailer and bike are with us. I had to make the decision that I needed to bring the bike in the house. I have some work I need to do. I have some work I want to do, and which is a common thing in my life. Ever since racing motocross as a kid, we never had a garage, so we always brought our bikes in the basement or in the living room for the winter, rebuild them, get them prepped, and then come spring, ready to go. So same thing with me is I have a little storage shed, but it's an outdoor workspace, which means all the work I do, I have to wait until it kind of warms up and it's not muddy, the snow is gone, and it's not raining. I'm bringing the bike in. It's 0 degrees Celsius today. The roads are pretty clear, so I'm taking advantage of it. Wheeled into the house, backwards, up onto the stand, and we are rocking. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for bringing everybody along and just kind of giving you real-time updates of what's going on when, and yeah, what we do to continue the adventure and make sure we're ready to go as soon as the weather changes. Excited to get the bike into the house to be able to work on it. I just find that that's like my passion. One of my passions in life is working on motorcycles and dirt bikes and rebuilding old vintage bikes. And it's been a few years since I've had my own shop space, so just that ability to, like, on my Friday night or Saturday night when I don't have to work and I'm off, it's like, yeah, I want to work away on my bike, I want to rebuild, I want to tinker on things, and I want to make some video content of some modifications that I'm doing. Nice to do when you're in a heated, warm space without any time restrictions, versus normally I'm in like a driveway, or maybe I'm just like in my outdoor workspace just trying to work in between rainstorms, or putting tarps up and then packing everything up, securing the bike, locking it up. Ugh. I'm excited for the day that I have a workshop again. I've had a couple over the years. I've had a shared workshop with 4 or 5 other guys. That was pretty cool. And one time I was living on this little cool cottage on a lake, and it had a little unfinished basement with a big door, and I could ride my bikes underneath, and I had a workspace in there. At that time it was cool. I had like I had a couple stunt bikes, but I had like 4 vintage Honda CDs, like a 350, a 400, a 900, and yeah, just kind of restoring them and selling them. And yeah, it's how I like to spend my time, right? So I'm just coming into the house now, and yeah, hopefully it's smooth with backing the bike into the house. It's hard to turn around in there, so we'll see how it goes. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Breath of Adventure. It is first thing Saturday morning here in Southern Ontario, and welcome to the series, A Bush Pig in a Straw House. Now, this is a very common thing for me and many other riders and motocross riders of bringing the motorcycles in the house for the winter. I grew up without having a workshop or a garage. I was always doing my work on my bikes outside. So it was very common for us to bring in the race bikes for the winter to rebuild, preventative maintenance, get everything ready for the next season, and also to enjoy the winter months tinkering away on the motorcycle. It's one of my greatest passions in life, is working and rebuilding motorcycles, dirt bikes, dual sports. And yeah, when it's cold and it's the hibernation months here in Ontario, there's no better way to spend a Friday or Saturday evening than working on your machine. As you can see from the earlier footage, yesterday was the mission of getting the bike back to the house. Everything went seamless and we're in here ready to go. I'm very excited to share more content, to show a little bit of the modifications that are going to be happening with the bike this season, and just excited to, spend my free time working on my bike. So I've got a long list of preventative maintenance I was working on last night, already right to it. And yeah, just to give you an idea of how I kind of prep my winter maintenance or modifications is making a list. Right off the bat, I just brainstorm. I look at the bike of all the things that I want to achieve over the next couple months. So for example, stainless steel front brake line, service and clean both calipers, auxiliary light brackets, LED turn signals, remount the windscreen at a different angle, valve gaskets, carb rebuild kit, CarPlay install, get a new back rack. I mean, the list goes on. I have 2 pages of lists. So what I do is I make my list and then I separate it into preventative maintenance and things that I'm just taking apart and inspecting. And then I have my parts list. So the things that I've either already ordered and are ready to install, such as this stainless steel front brake line that I got from Bush Pig Performance. I hadn't had a chance to get it on yet, so this will be one of the modifications that are happening. Couple other bearings, swing arm, pivot bearings, head bearings, all of that. The wheel bearings have been replaced. The carrier bearing needs to be inspected. It was replaced last year, but I have a spare one. So all of these little things that I like to get done before smashing through another season. So prepping the bike, getting it ready, and then as soon as the weather changes, I'm ready to go. You know, now that the bike is in the house, one of the first things that I do right away is I get rid of all this stinky stuff. I get rid of anything that's smelly. So I've already drained the tank and had the tank outside, but I've thrown it back on. But I get rid of the tank, I get rid of the air filter, I'll pull the carb and I'll plug the head with a rag, and I also plug the exhaust. So I try to get rid of anything that's oily and smelly, get it out of the house, and you'll always have a bit of smell off the bike. It's inevitable, but I'm used to it. Crack a window, put an scent on, whatever you have to do, right? Yeah, so as you can see, I already have most of this taken apart and have it easy, accessible to take off. The tank is already empty and off. I'll take the air filter out, but yeah. Just got to get rid of those stinky things and get all the tools set up, get a little workstation set up here and just start going to town. So I appreciate everybody coming along for the adventure and just being a part of more of the behind the scenes of the adventure lifestyle or the dual sport lifestyle. It takes a lot of work and a lot of energy to continue a full season and do all your own repairs, maintenance, staying on top of everything. I mean, the bike is just one part. The gear and all the camping stuff is the other part, and the body is the third part. So really staying on top of everything to have a safe, smooth season. And knock on wood, that last season, we had a couple breakdowns and a couple of repairs, but safe, nothing broke. Body is one piece, and that's all I can ask for. It's just to live to ride another day, right? So I hope you enjoyed the series of just more of what's going on in between the adventures. Like I've said from the beginning, the channel is an adventure lifestyle channel. So it's about how do we live an adventure lifestyle, and what does it look like in the winter months or the off seasons, and how do we, fill our adventure cup? How do we get that fulfillment of being out in nature and on adventure when it's winter and it's snowing? I come from a background of skiing, snowboarding, snowshoeing. I have my wintertime hobbies that fill my cup, but
I like to share them with other people so that they can get more of an idea of how they can spend that time. You know, where can you go snowshoeing? What do you need for snowshoeing? What do you need for winter hiking? What do you need for winter camping? What can you do with your motorcycle during the winter months? How can you get it in the house? So all of these things, it's all across the board of adventure lifestyle. And I'm excited to share this part with you. And there'll always be a couple snowshoe videos of what I'm doing on the weekends because, yeah, I just want to keep the hardcore community informed of like what's going on here behind the scenes, how I'm spending my time on adventure in the winter, and I'm looking forward to all the dual sport adventure content coming this spring. So as always, I appreciate all the new subscribers, all the comments, all the likes. I see the community growing. It's really amazing. It's really awesome to see everybody coming together. And I always appreciate the stories and the insights and learn so much from all of you. So keep it going, keep it coming. I'll do the same. And until then, we'll see you on the next one.